Hi y'all and welcome to Cajun Cooking TV. This is Beryl Stokes and tonight we are making a green bean casserole. This is one of Mike's favorites and we have never made it on video, so let's get that done. So we have our ingredients here. We have about a cup of seasoning blend, which is the frozen onion, celery, bell pepper. So easy. Mike was able to go out today and get me some cream of mushroom soup. We also have 2 links of the fresh Italian sausage, some baby red potatoes, probably about 1.5 pounds, and then he got a 2-pound bag of these fresh, beautiful green beans. So I'm gonna put this all together for our green bean casserole. And the first thing, I heated about 2 tablespoons of olive oil here, and we're gonna saute the onion, celery, and bell pepper. And while that's heating up, I'm gonna take our Italian sausage and get it out of this casing. So I just take a really sharp paring knife and slice through that casing in order to really get a bulk sausage. Sometimes he can find the bulk sausage, so he'll just buy me that, but other times they only have it already in the casing. So it's really easy to get out if that's all you can find at the market. Okay, so I'm gonna let this heat up another minute and then I'm gonna throw the sausage in there and start to brown that sausage, and this will give our green beans and potatoes a really good flavor. Well, our onion, celery, and bell pepper is started a little bit of sizzle here, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in the Italian sausage. I already took the casing off. I'm gonna put that in there. Oops, don't get wily on me. Get in there. And then I have my flat spatula here, and I'm just gonna chop it up and brown this Italian sausage. Okay, y'all, I need to quarter the little baby red potatoes, and then I'll need to cut these green beans. So all I'm gonna do with the baby reds is cut it into quarters. That's it, easy peasy. All right, beautiful green beans in here, fresh green beans. So much better than out the can. So much better. And they say they're pre-washed, but you know what? I'm just gonna wash them again, just to be sure. And these are already trimmed. So all I'm gonna do is rinse these in some good cold water, and then I'm going to cut them, and you can either cut them with a knife or the old-fashioned way. I just cut them in half. If they're too long, I'll break them into 3, or take a good old knife and cut them, but usually this size looks like it's just going to be in half. So I'll get that done, and then I'll have everything prepped and ready to go. Okay, y'all, this was getting a little bit cooked, so I have what's called a mix and chop, and it's very sharp nylon tool here that'll help cut up any sort of ground meat product, and in this case, this ground pork sausage, and just helps break it up into smaller bits. And it's best to do it once the meat is somewhat brown, not when it's first in the pot raw. All right, our meat is brown. We've got it all chopped up, looking good. Right before we came on, I did do 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, the kind in the jar, or you can just do 1 big fresh pod cut up or minced. I have a garlic mincer. So whatever your preference. So first thing, I'm going to put in some chicken broth. Probably about half of it right now, but we'll see. Oop, might as well do it all. It's going to need it. This is a 6-quart pot, so I have enough room to move around. So I'm going to put first our cut up and washed potatoes, red potatoes. A minute, so it's time to put the green beans in. And that was 2 pounds of green beans. Got an escapee. So here I have like a half teaspoon of salt, Tony Chachere's Cajun seasoning, and I also did some fresh cracked black pepper. Put all that in there. Give it a good tossing around. And I'm going to set the timer for about 10 minutes because these are pretty thick green beans. Hey folks, we're back. It's been about 20 minutes that we allowed these green beans to cook. So now they're soft just the way we like them. If you want to go 10 minutes, that's good. I mean, they were cooked, but they were still a little tough to me. So I cooked them another 10 minutes. So next step is I'm going to drain these green beans and new potatoes in a colander in the sink, and then we'll mix in our soup. All right, so I have a package here. It's 12 ounces of condensed cream of mushroom soup. You're probably more familiar with the kind that comes in the can, but I like this kind. Doesn't have a lot of preservatives, if any, in there. So I'm just going to pour that in there. Give this a big toss around. Try not to tear it up while I'm at it. And I'm also going to add a cup of milk. That's about the cup. Now I have the oven on 375. It's been preheated. And we have our casserole. This is the casserole dish we always use. And I will spray it with some olive oil or Pam. And so let me get this mixed in. Oop, I need the big spoon. Now, I need to get all of this into my casserole dish. Take me a second. Okay, next up, I still had some because there was a lot. So I'm gonna put this in our preheated oven at 375, and we'll come right back and show you what we have. Alrighty folks, we have a green bean casserole, and for us, it's not just a side dish, it's gonna be dinner. But I just wanted to point this out. Usually you have like the French crunchy onions on top. That's the traditional way. But we are in the actual social distancing lockdown. And so my pantry has limited resources. So the old favorite is grated cheese. So I melted some cheese on top, which will be good with those green beans and potatoes as well. So we want to thank you for joining us on Cajun Cooking TV tonight. We enjoyed showing you how to make a green bean casserole. And if you'd like to view more of our videos, please be sure to subscribe and click that bell notification button. And we're also on Facebook, so be sure to check that out. So that wraps up this video. I'm Beryl Stokes from Cajun Cooking TV. We'll see you next time.
It's a wrap.